Node is a program that runs JavaScript code outside of a web browser. That's really all it is. With a normal programming language like Python, you could write some Python code in a file, save it, and then use the Python command to execute the code. You could do the same thing with Ruby. Write Ruby code in a file, save it, use the Ruby command to execute the code. But you can't do the same thing with JavaScript. There's not a JavaScript command that will run the JavaScript code, because JavaScript only runs in a web browser. The best you can do is make an HTML file with a script tag, and then write your code in the script tag, open the HTML file in a browser, open the console, and then you can see the output of your program. So JavaScript is stuck in the browser. So why can't someone just make a JavaScript command that lets you run JavaScript like all these other programming languages? Well, that's literally what Node is. It's a tool for running JavaScript outside of the browser. The reason it didn't already work this way is because the JavaScript language is tightly tied into the browser. In JavaScript, you can write something like, give me the URL of the current page, or the width of the browser window. But if you're just running this code on your computer outside of a browser, what does it mean when you ask for the URL or the width of the window? Those things don't exist when you're not in a browser. And if your code includes references to those things, the browser needs to be there to answer that. So naturally, there was some work that had to be done to separate these. And nobody used to care about this because JavaScript is for scripting web pages. Who wants to use it outside of the web browser? Well, one of the main use cases is to be able to write your back-end code with JavaScript. Now, the front end we know has to be written in JavaScript because that's the only language that runs in the browser. So if we can match that in the back end, we have one language in both places, which can simplify things. It means you could share code. Nearly any programmer you hire is going to be able to work on the back end and the front end. So I hope this quick explanation gave you a good sense of what Node is. Check the comments to see all the things I got wrong.